Alright, I'm back. I'm playing in windowed again, so I can stop the recording and all that jazz, and I lowered my graphic settings again. It seems it was back in the orange somehow, even though I made sure that wouldn't be the case. Made sure the game still looks good. I mean, it's really hard to make this game look bad, honestly. If you couldn't tell. All the enhanced graphics add some extra flair, but at the end of the day, even at the most bare minimum of graphics, this game still looks rad. Also, Resident Evil 4 is still not in the thingy, so my loading screens and stutters will probably be more often than usual. Can't be helped since I'm trying to wail for you. I'm not wailing.
Don't talk to it.
I bought another Welkin at best.
That's all for the Dell tutorial. Have fun. You okay? It's cold. Who am I again? These questions matter. Manly. My name is Manly. I'm your average student trying to get by without falling to the wrath of my many teachers. I may be new here, but I won't let myself fail. Unlike my last school. It's odd. I definitely recall there being more than one teacher here. What could have happened to them? Edward, my science teacher. He's gotta be around here somewhere. If he can help me get out of this maze of a school, or of science. For now, well, I'll just use my best judgment to navigate this place. It used to look this bad. Where should I go? Save my game. Stand still. You stand still. As time goes on, you hear footsteps slowly approach you from behind. Run away. Go to the bathroom. There's nothing here.
Alright,
You reach in here. Check the trash can. Damn. Walk into a classroom.
Silly ass.
This is the art classroom.
No, the hair
Edward
still
won't
looks
be
nice,
here.
honestly.
Hey, I
don't
found a
know what to
notebook.
say.
Choose the correct word to complete the sentence. Save. Blank whispering ruined the movie for everyone. Oh no. Correct. One notebook added to your inventory. That was easy. What would happen if I answered wrong?
Faith in someone who used to work
Hello?
for Umbrella.
Mary.
Oh, where do I
This is like a
put
little
the
jump scare.
sensor scope?
I know where you are.
When the
My
time
finger.
comes.
You wince in pain, holding your hand tightly as blood seeps down and pulls into the ground. Tears stream down your face as you try the hardest not to make a sound.
You didn't answer
Your
my
index finger
question.
has been shredded off entirely.
What are you?
Your remains are gone. This is the consequence of not taking this seriously.
Make amends.
There's no nurse's office here, damn it. You know what, let's keep going.
Still a while. Submachine guns are
I hear her.
the most space efficient.
Wait, hold on.
Technically also not. You don't get a lot of them. You can
You
score a lot of
lose.
them, but you lose them super quickly if you're not careful.
Damn. Run.
You can apparently just blow this up
Run.
and not have to deal with this, but
You run to the closest room and
again,
slam
I'm
the door as hard
farming
as you
for money
can.
here.
You're scratching and knocking at the door, as if this entity is taunting you. But if I don't want to be in one piece. Scratching and knocking stops, but you dare not open the door. If this is what I'm dealing with, there's no way Edward's alive. We're really focused on this Edward guy. None of them are. She killed them all.
Looks like we've got company.
We're playing this sick, twisted game of hers. I should just give up. There's no escaping this hell. Beep.
Bang.
When the computers are beeping
Yeah,
at me.
that's what we're doing.
This adds an obvious red flag. If I go over there, read more will probably come out from the screen and eat my heart. That could be worse things. I probably shouldn't, but... What have I got to lose? Your life?
No, that was an explosion, guy. Epic.
You walk over to the beeping computer and it's beeping all at once. Hello? That's stupid. Talking to a computer. Should I save my game? Yeah. No. Nope, I'm out of here. Leave the computer lab. Miss Reedmore is gone. For now. What's that? Eek. Which of these facts true? You can die 5 minutes from the summit ledge. Chewing up takes 7 years to digest. Eating rice makes birds explode. That's what? Correct. Okay. One notebook add to your inventory. That was easy. One more to go. I'm gonna load back to that computer and check it out now. Yes. You click the
Very
power on
nice.
button. God, you look like a
Blow up.
character. Hey, pal! Oh no. An evil computer. Evil? No, not at all, pal. You literally have like one of those like evil cartoon faces.
Believe me,
You sound familiar. Do I? Do I really? Edward? Ding, ding, ding. You got it, kid.
Yeah, that was a bit risky though.
What the hell happened to you?
On my
So this
part.
Edward guy, what do you think? That thing got her hands on me and shoved me into a computer. I'm a computer now, Manly.
That would have
Don't know how, pal, but she did. Now I'm stuck here for all
Sure.
eternity. But then one day my motherboard fails. I was beaming to get your attention. Did it work? No. Clearly. Anyways, pal, you need help. I'm here to help you escape so you don't end up like the others. What happened to the others? Can't go into much detail, or else this criminal game will get removed for poop or explicit content. No, spare me the details. I want out of here. Click the free notebooks, dingus. It's that easy. Avoid Poppy, obviously. Sounds easy. I don't know, kid. You're just a fleshy human, beep boop, and she's a blob of sentient dark matter. You might, like, die. Call Kirby. Already lost a finger. She's toying with you, pal. Run. Thanks for the help, I guess. There's like some text that appears there really quickly. See it? Yeah, look. Thanks for the help, I guess. Hey, but wait, the tutorial said you'll tamper with... Bullshit. Get out here while you still can, pal. I believe in you, whatever. Thanks. Yeah. Time to find the other 2 notebooks. Okay, we're back here.
Oh, nice. It's telling me. Oh.
Yeah, see, like some of the lines. I guess it just goes by too fast. Let's choose the wrong one
No,
here.
it was actually really wrong.
Your praying brings me joy. My hand is gone. I feel like passing out. Manly? Oh, you just die. You can't take that loss. You take the finger, but not the hand. One notebook add to your inventory. That was easy. One more to go. Where could that last notebook be? Check the next classroom. Piece of cake. I'll be sure to answer this one correctly. Hold up. I thought it was a YouTube viewer. I guess it's not. What? Okay, this will be a little bit more.
Uh-oh.
Yes. One notebook add to inventory. Wait, that was correct. Hold up.
No.
Yeah. Run. Run again. The exit.
I think
Wait.
I missed the treasure.
Don't leave. I was having so much fun with you.
No, there's
I
no
was too,
treasure
you-
inside here.
The Rappa Lammy character. I can show you the best part of this all. She's blocking the door. Oh god. Escape. Just dominate her. You shove her out of the way and open the door, running to freedom. You can't leave, this is my game. No, never mind. I'm free. You have successfully left Destination Education. Thanks for playing. Okay. That was easy. Wait, what? Door sliced off her arms. You can't leave. Am I not? They left. How much endless loop here? Must we play this over and over again? It's too late.
What if I shoot the dynamite?
Hooray! You win! So that's it for Destination Education. There could be a never ending. I'm trying to figure out what the text is in the one question. I thought it was maybe a URL, but maybe it's a cipher. But I haven't quite figured out which cipher it would be yet. I feel like if it is something, someone in the comments is going to find out pretty soon. Maybe it's like got like a little bit of a, how do you describe it? One of those kind of games that's outside the game thing. Because I have played a horror game in the past. Well, a few of them, but like one in particular where you couldn't access the true ending route without figuring out that the developer had a secret game out there that you had to play, and that would unlock the route in the other game. You could play them kind of like simultaneously. I think Daniel or whatever that does like Pony Island like also did that. But I didn't check the files of the game. I didn't see anything of note there. Like, I did the Doki Doki Dig, that's how I call it. And like, yeah, like CG wise, like everything, like the assets that are there are the ones we saw. So it doesn't look like there's room for another ending or something like that. But I could be very well wrong. The only place I see the opening is that one question. Also, it's kind of funny.
Oh right, up next.
You're seeing like the growing thing of like, if I put my name Manly in there, like games are starting to react to it now. That's kind of funny because there's definitely YouTubers bigger than me. Like, I'm not seeing not as many things as for them. It's like it's always like cute for like a small little Easter egg or something. I'm like canon and like all these universes now. But yeah, aside from that, it was literally a Baldi's Basics parody. But I am one of those like people that's like Thing. I sleep. Thing with cute anime cartoon girl. I awake kind of thing like that. I'm shameless in that retrospect. So I take it as it is. And my big takeaway is like, if the game was longer, the game is actually kind of cute. It's not really that scary. It's actually kind of cute. Like, I like Miss Reed more. And I mentioned it kind of made me think of like Parappa, or like Lammy, like one of those. I'm not sure if I'm saying her name right. I play so many video games, I mess up names and stuff now. The price of being a YouTuber. But like, I got that vibe, and like, you know what? A full length, or at least a longer horror game with that style, man. That could be very distinct and interesting. But yeah. Anyway, so thank you all for watching Play Destination Education. Let's learn. I'll see you guys later, and take it easy.
After you, I insist.
Such a gentleman.
Now you owe me.
Luis, heads up!
Now we're even.
It's always like this with you.
Pretty much.
Two of them. One for each of us. Give this one to me.
Cool.
This other one's not gonna be easy.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Shit, can't get through the armor.
Even the hand cannon.
Sorry. Keep our friend busy for me.
Where do you think
Sure,
you're
I
going?
can do that. did he find the dynamite? How did he know there was dynamite?
Got a little present just for you. Leon, shoot it!
Yeah. Make sure I get everything here. First, hold on, Luis. I'm going to loot this place of all it's worth. Yikes. Guess I'm using the handgun for a while again.
Come on. How's it look?
There, it's open.
Resident Evil 4 Remake is an absolute banger of a game. The increased importance of the knife begs a question that has been asked since the dawn of time. How can I make this video game less fun? And one of the most iconic of ways to make a game less fun is to only use the knife. Knife only runs. Hey, Weep Sauce, Waifu here. That begs the question, can you beat Resident Evil 4 while only using the knife? No. In fact, it's not even close. It turns out there are tons of spots in this game where you absolutely have to shoot a gun to be able to progress. But what is shooting, really?
Of course they did.
Obviously, shooting a gun with handgun bullets coming out of your pistol, that's shooting. It's in the verb, shooting, or disparar in Spanish, to shoot. But do you shoot a grenade? Can you shoot a grenade? Do grenades count as shots? Well, the Halo Runs community doesn't seem to think so. They have a zero-shot challenge that lots of them do, where they beat the game without shooting any guns, but they're allowed to use grenades. Grenades are a super important part of the routing in a zero-shot run, solving all sorts of problems, from killing enemies to helping make jumps or to cross gaps. Can you beat Resident Evil 4 Remake with this rule set? Also no. Okay, excluding the minecart section. Okay, now we're talking. I wanted to find out, so I set out on this challenge to beat Resident Evil 4 Remake without shooting. The rules are a little complicated this time. I'm playing on the assisted difficulty. I'm not allowed to shoot any guns for any reason. I am allowed to throw grenades and flashes and use my knife. I can use the merchant and I can do speedrun skips. I just need to beat the game without shooting any guns. I am playing as Knight Leon so I can be the ultimate white knight and save this challenge. I figured it makes sense because I'll be using a knife for most of the run, and that's kind of like a sword, you know. The intro village section, I just walk down the yellow brick road till I arrive at Bingo. I need to kill 15 people to end the village instantly, or I can run around for a few minutes and just wait for it to end. Obviously, waiting for it to end is much more realistic for this type of run. I still go around and collect as many resources as I can, though. I grabbed the shotgun and 2 grenades. I ran around and the grabbers were too low T-virus to grab me unassisted.
That's kind of low T, bitch.
Or so I thought. Grabbers. Attention, this is a public service announcement. Speedrunners all know that you can skip the village by shooting the bell. It only works if you use the sniper or infinite rocket launcher. This is not viable in New Game speedruns, only New Game Plus. We know. I'm glad you're excited, but please, we know. Please, God, make it stop. Thank you. After Bingo was achieved, I scraped together the last bits of resources in the village I could find before heading on my way. While I can't use the shotgun or pistol, I can sell them and use that money to buy knife upgrades and crafting materials to make grenades. I run past others and make it all the way to Lewis, ending Chapter 1. Upon the start of Chapter 2, all of my stuff is taken from me, and to be honest, it's really not that big a deal. The game gives me another knife, so I'm hunky-dory. I give the villager a hickey and then collect all my stuff again. Meeting up with the merchant. This is where I can sell my shotgun and upgrade my knife. It's maxed out right now, and it will basically never break and do a ton of damage. This should make this challenge a lot
And
easier. I tank my way through the canyon as the villagers yell at me about how they love eating asshole. Kind of weird.
Fucking
I feel like
herbs, what are
kind of
they?
everyone likes doing that, but you know, villagers are very vocal about it. So far, the most dangerous enemies have been bear traps. I swear, they're invisible in this game. Oh, lol, I got bear trap. Oh, the bear traps are invisible, I swear to God. I decided to do this challenge on assisted, so that the bosses would be for sure possible. I figured I might not be able to knife some of them to death otherwise. I was planning on saving the dog to make the Gigante fight easier, but I swear, I always completely forget it exists in this game. He's hiding around the corner in the Big Cheese's backyard, but I run just right past him completely clueless. My chat reminds me that he
After having
exists, so I
gone
go
through
back to
this
save him.
so many
He's really
times
useful
now,
in the Gigante
I
fight.
definitely have
It's
to
kind
say
of
I like this.
like a pit bull in an elementary school. On the way to Delago, I desecrate
this
2 graves
section.
and grab a few snakes. That way I can have more spinels for the merchant's special inventory. I want to get the spinels so I can buy the black case. The black case gives me extra large resources from random drops. This would help a ton, as you can use the large resources to craft flashes and heavy grenades. After stealing the oil from the locals like a good American, I then use it to power my war machine and kill all of the local wildlife.
How did they
Delago
even
doesn't stand a chance.
know we were gonna use
Then I take
the
a power nap in
rails?
the
You
boat and wake
know,
up, really needing some heads.
This makes
I
no
go around
sense
collecting
even
them and
in
then
the
take it
original.
back to the lake where I collect the free
It still
red
doesn't
dye
make
and some
sense here.
treasures. I sell them at the merchant, grab the black
But, you know,
case
it's
and the
fucking
bigger case
amazing.
size. I finally arrive at the first real boss at about 53 minutes in, and it's time to take this Gigante down. Well, like you, I'm American, I do my best Londoner cosplay and stab this dude in the dick 145 times. Unassisted, he basically doesn't react. I 2-cycle him with the help of the dog, and I'm done in under 2 minutes. I first tried it, like we beat the British first try. It was basically the boss of Tea Party of boss fights. And to the victor goes the spoils. I get to save Ashley, and I'm now going to take her to safety. Or at least that was the plan, but the villagers have other plans. They lock Ashley, Lewis, and myself in the cabin and force us to fight to the death to determine who is more British. I was kind of afraid of my knife breaking by using it too much, but at this point, it's fully upgraded for where we are in the game, and unassisted, it's basically impossible to break it. I only started to realize it here. I just let loose when I figured it out, though. I finished the cabin in about 1 hour and 10 minutes. Okay, first try, let's go. This just left the Bella sisters and the Mendez fight for Village. Oh, and this super awful hallway with Ashley. I swear the
But it
rooms
is
of
nice
this
to
game
see
added
that
are some of the most
series
difficult
back
rooms
in
in
the
the whole
original.
game. I use a flash to be able to run past them,
But
but even then, Ashley
but the
still
rail
gets
cars
trapped.
here just
Well,
being
Ashley gets blinded by flat
a
rails.
thrill ride.
Once I arrive at the
absolute
Bella sisters,
concept.
I
It's
assassinate
really
the
nice.
villagers outside,
Not to mention-
and make sure to leave Ashley up top in the locker. After I
It's
take
a
her
fun
lunch
section
money and
with
shove her in
Luis.
there, of course. I
What's
drop
that
down to a
love?
chainsaw fight, and I make short work of the sister on the right who has the crank. I need them both to stun, then I pretend she is Archduke Franz Ferdinand, and I'm trying to start World War I.
What?
Then I run to the crank door and throw a flash to cover myself while I crank it. The first flash misses for some reason, so I had to throw another. Why are you not flashed? Ashley made her way to me, and we escape and start running away from Mendez. This section's kind of a breeze, because Ashley doesn't have to be with you. You can just run past everything, and she'll teleport to you on the cutscene. Well, that would be true if she didn't get her ass blasted by some villagers. Her being down makes the cutscene instantly fail you instead of instantly win. Unfortunate. Is that because she was incapacitated when I hit the trigger? We next arrive at the Mendez boss fight, and I was expecting there to be some more strategy involved in this, but I really just walked up and stabbed him in the midsection until the first phase was over. The second phase has a few different attacks, but he loves to run far away, so it's a bit difficult to get him with the knife. He does eventually come
There's a
to
knife
you,
rider that
that's when I get
went
stabbed.
nicely
He has
with
one
the
attack where he
mirror
throws
if I
explosive
didn't
barrels
eat it.
at you, and I'm not sure it's possible to dodge this without shooting the barrels themselves. Maybe if you climb the ladder, but I didn't figure this out right away.
You know, no big deal.
I died once, but on the second try, the grilled cheese was toast. Nice. I make it to the castle in about an hour and a half. Village was pretty straightforward, but the castle would have a lot of instances where I'd have to get a little bit creative to be able to progress without shooting. The first merchant lets me buy a sniper and a scope. I'm going to use this for some skips coming up, not to shoot. And also, it allows me to buy the flash grenade recipe and a bunch of large resources. Apparently, on Assisted, the merchant allows you to buy as many large resources as you want. If I had known this, I probably would have started the run on standard, but I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to beat it on assisted when I started. For the cannon section, I had heard that you could use grenades to break open the door, skipping this part. But this must have been on Fox News or something, because it's just not true. Maybe I needed heavy grenades or something, but I couldn't get it with regular ones. Someone told me that worked. I got lied to. That's me. The cannon is required to open the door. It's more of a cutscene than a gun, so I use it to open the door. This one is arguable, but I was hoping I was going to be able to skip it. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like you can. What you can skip, though, is the first Gyarados fight. By holding the sniper rifle and looking down at the ground with the scope equipped, Leon's hitbox gets pushed into the door. When you unscope, he is in the wall. If you then flick around and quickly interact with the door, then you can open the door from the other side. This unlocks the door and allows you to clip right through it. Door clips like this save a ton of time and make the game a lot more manageable. Also, it's just really fun. I hadn't mastered this yet, so I spent about an hour practicing it. This one in particular is the hardest one in the game at the moment. I found that the trick was a lot easier if you bind the interact buttons to two keys that you can mash right next to each other, then start mashing them before I turned around. That and staying scoped for the first little tiny bit of the turning made it much more consistent for me. I also wanted to master this to see how consistent it is, because I'm throwing a huge speedrunning tournament and I was trying to figure out what our rules should be. The tournament is an open tournament that anyone can participate in. New Game Professional any percent with glitches. In order to participate, you just need to stream your New Game Pro any percent speedruns while using the run.gg component, then provide video proof of your run. Top 8 will qualify for a live event that's going to be hosted on my Twitch stream April 15th, and will compete for $3,100 and maybe even more with more contributions in the future. More info will be in the description of this video. Anyways, shilling aside, it's time for the comment of the day. Stalking Hierarch says, if they do remake Resident Evil 5, what do you hope that they'll keep? And what changes do you think will need to be made? Personally, I think at this point, they'll probably remake RE5. And honestly, I think it has some of the greatest potential for a remake of any of the games that have been remade so far. I love RE5 as much as the next guy, but holy shit, the boss fights are all terrible. Most of the normal combat and gameplay is great, but the boss fights need to go. RE4 Remake has some of the best boss fights in the series, so going with that approach would be amazing. Get rid of the Africa Drift section, the boat section, and update the movement mechanics, and it could be one of the best games of all time, to be honest. But I would much prefer a Devil May Cry 1 remake to an RE5 remake. Or, you know, some original idea. To apologize for my cheating, I will atone with a cat camera for the rest of the run. Say hello to Oreo. I did eventually get the hang of the door clips. It's really consistent, it was just a skill issue. Speaking of skill issues, we arrive at Waterhall, and this will be for sure one of the most difficult rooms in the game. Ashley can't crank for you in the remake, so I can't defend her while she cranks. That means I basically have to kill everything in the room before I start cranking. In the basement, I bait out 3 Plagas, then use a flash to kill them all.
The game's running really well.
When back upstairs,
right
I managed to crank it out quickly,
Wow.
but then Ashley gets absolutely destroyed by the archers. The second phase is where things get a little bit tricky. I need to defend Ashley while she does 2 cranks,
I'm
but
honestly so
I can't
surprised
shoot
right
any
now.
guns. I have like 7 grenades and 10 flashes, but the
I
flash
didn't
grenades
beat the
don't
game
last
this
very long.
way.
And
And I'd
unfortunately,
be very
Ashley
fine
is
with it.
much more passive here than in the original, so I can't just stun the Ganados and hope she runs by. Even if they are flashed, she won't run past them. And when I flash near her, she also gets flashed, and can even drop the crank, restarting its progress. This means I had to basically kill every enemy with grenades. I needed to restart and try again, because I didn't have enough. I needed to group the enemies together
Is
with the
that
flashes to
pressure
maximize the kills per
actually
grenade.
in the
I
mine
ran
cart
completely out of
section or
grenades and
something?
almost flashes, but I did manage to do
That
it without
reminds me
shooting.
the hide quest. I need to do that, huh?
I used all my grenades, but me and Ashley split up because it's time for me to go fishing. Then I buy some body armor and a ton of large resources. I am stocked full of flashes and ready for anything. Well, except for grabbers. Grabbers! I start my own little fight club and destroy everyone, including the Red Zealot. Then I arrive at the trickiest part in the run to avoid shots. This extra section with the giant throwing his shit at you has a lot of weighted gates that only open if you shoot the yellow painted weights. I wasn't sure how I was going to do this section. I tested flashes and even eggs, but unfortunately neither of those could break the weights. I was pretty sure that grenades would
I'm
work,
fine
but I
with-
use all of them in Waterfall. I was able to collect a few more, but I had a very limited supply.
Luis, do you mind?
I was able to break it with a nade, but there was going to be more to come. If I didn't have enough grenades, then I would be screwed. There were 2 more inside, but I could knife those ones. I used the cannon to kill the giant and open the door, and then make my way through the main section, rescuing Ashley and knifing some doggos. The next merchant allows me to upgrade the knife even more. I have so much money, I can even buy the exclusive. I will never have to worry about the knife breaking again. I mean, it could, but it's very unlikely unassisted. That, combined with the extra damage, should solve most of my boss problems. Before I can progress, though, I need to collect 3 heads of Cerberus. The first one is in this room, where the bridge is lowered, making you fight through a very hard room. Instead,
These
though,
guys
I just
run out.
flash my
If
pecs,
not, I
blinding
should.
the enemy who normally drops the bridge by my pure whiteness. Having never gone outside in my all 24 years of my life, I can actually blend into a white one. And this sight is so blinding, it skips him from even lowering the bridge in the first place. I can then skip the entire room. I thought the Knight's room was going to be hard, but I just walked up and punched them in the face, basically. Then I could use flashes to kill the Plagas. Once I'm playing as Ashley, I go right into the clock and enter the time code. This skips most of the level, making replays much more fun. Ashley can't shoot any guns, so that makes it really simple to avoid shooting here. Once I'm playing as Leon again, I make it to the Novi's room. By looking at the ground and just running by, at least unassisted, that made the room completely free. Right after this, though, is another tricky spot. You have to break 2 weights to lower the bridge. Grenades work here too, but the throws can be a bit more tricky. The left side one you can't see from the close part of the bridge, but where you can see it from, you can't reach with the grenade, it's too far away. So you need to throw it from the closest point and know where it is from the yellow paint. Yeah, there we go. Nice. After that, I arrive at the hardest room in the game, the double Gyarados room. I knew way ahead of time that I would have to kill every enemy in this room. Fighting the Gyarados with ads around was not going to be fun. I did learn, though, that you could stealth walk up to them and do a knife QTE for insane damage. Can I, like, walk behind him and do, like, a knife QTE? Oh, I can. The bells made this a trivial task, but I found it confusing. But I could actually do it, even if they weren't stuck in the wall. But, like, it was really inconsistent. Sometimes I'd walk up to them and there'd be no QTE prompt, and other times there would. It just didn't really seem like it was consistent at all. I don't know why. This room was the closest my knife ever got to breaking. It had only a sliver left after I beat it. At the next merchant shop before Verdugo, I repair my knife and get the heavy grenade crafting recipe. For Verdugo, I flashed him to run past and crank open the door. I dropped the cutscene to start the elevator timer, then I did the Verdugo baiting strategy. I used it in my no merchant video. I could kill him, but it would be really hard and there would be no upside, as I already have so much money and nothing to use it on. So I just run around in the square shape, baiting attacks until the elevator shows up. Luis shows up and we take on the dynamite room. Or rather, I run past everything and he just stands there doing nothing. A streamer, Luis is shooting. Look, he's on his own mission, alright? I can't control him. We get into the double Gigante fight and I make my way back to London. I stun the first one and dunk him. Then Luis attaches the dynamite to the armored one, and I throw his 6 CSGO nade line up to break it and then dunk him. What a throw.
And another one over
Put
there.
me in that CS2 beta, dude, come on. This is where the zero shot run comes to die, though. The minecart. This section, Luis gives you a red 9 that has unlimited ammo. There are a few sections where you absolutely have to shoot or you will instantly die. But I was determined to try and bring it down to the least amount of shots for this section as possible. The archers can all just randomly miss, making them completely optional to shoot. The minecart has health, and when it reaches 0, you instantly die. You can run into a lot of stuff without dying, but some things will insta-kill you. There is a target that you have to shoot to change track directions, and if you don't, then you'll just instantly die. So what happens if I don't shoot this? Do I just die? Yes, instant death. Yeah. You can't tank it, unfortunately. The barricades you can run into and don't kill you, so you can just tank those. And the next required shot is a dynamite guy standing on the tracks. Unfortunately, you can't just run him over, or it's an instant death. Surely we'll just run him over, right? He won't explode.
Ooh.
Sad. A third shot is required for the second changing of the tracks as well. Then we switch minecarts, giving the minecart full health once again, allowing us to tank more hits. One more dynamite guy makes 4 shots.
Alright, so there's
Then
the
there's an
treasure
explosive
that I've
barrel on the
always
tracks, and the
missed
strategy
these
here is a
past
little bit
few
interesting. When you get here, you don't have full health. But when you die, you reload checkpoint and you get full HP, even if you didn't have full HP when you hit the checkpoint. So by face taking the explosive, you can get all of your HP back that you lost from the barricades earlier. This allows you to take one extra hit later on. But after that, when you reload, you must shoot the barrels, making that shot number 5. The Dr. Salvador on the tracks has to hit you 3 times when the minecart's at full HP to kill you. He waits till the last second, so it looks like you could just take them all. But unfortunately, he is scripted to finish you off if you don't shoot him. I need to shoot him at least 1 time to stun him, so I only take 2 hits. And the minecart won't die. That makes 6 shots so far, and every single shot is on the minecart. I don't really think that counts though. I mean, it's impossible to progress without shooting there, and it's totally scripted. The game even gives you an infinite ammo weapon. Reducing the amount of shots required was kind of fun though. I'm not sure it's possible to do it in any less than 6.
In 7 and 8 you can just
After that is
go
Novi's and
gung-ho
Krauser.
and try
Lewis takes
shooting
the L,
without
but
bothering
Krauser
to
gets
aim.
ratioed. Oh my god, I fucking annihilated him. I get to the elevator and there is a new problem. The Red Zealot will keep spawning Plagas, and the Plagas instantly stop the elevator. My idea to get around this was to spam the Zealot with flashes. I think in hindsight though, it would have been better to just let the Plagas pop and then use his flashes to instantly kill them, since I'm gonna use the flashes anyways. Next is Salazar, and Salazar is the biggest hurdle in this run. He loves to run around the arena and almost always attacks from afar. This is why I sold everything in my inventory that I didn't need and crafted a ton of heavy grenades. With these, I could knock Salazar out of the air and then I could stab him to death. The knife QTE does a lot of damage. You definitely want to use the knife QTE, but getting normal stabs in before and after is way more optimal. Doing the QTE too early wastes a lot of damage. I killed him on the first try, it was quite easy actually, but I used a ton of grenades. Just a day after I did this run, there was a huge discovery that made this fight much simpler. It turns out the golden egg on Bach Island in the village can be taken all the way to Salazar, and if you hit him with it, it instantly removes 70% of his HP and downs him, making it possible to knife him to death instantly. It's fucking hilarious. I did not know about that for this run, but in the future, I will definitely use this strategy.
Welcome. That's good work, if I do say. Anything else I can help you?
I finally made it to the island in about 3.5 hours. This is actually on pace to be my fastest playthrough yet. This is when I have the encounter with the single mothers. These baddies regenerate and you need the bioscope to see their weak points. The weak points, I believe, are random. So even though I can't shoot them, I need to use the scope to be able to see where they are. Once I know where they are, I can stab them enough times to explode the Paga and then finish her off. You can also parry their grabs by cutting their arms clean off. It's fucking sick. Bro. All the single mothers out here. Give them a round of applause for the one that has no hands. The single mother with a wrench is also random, so I need the scope to figure out which one has the wrench. Once I do know, though, their minivan driving days are over. They're soon going to be riding in a hearse. Then I save Ashley and head into chapter 14, where I do the wrecking ball / single mother skip. By sniper clipping through the door, that brings us immediately to the final Krauser fight, where I have to blow myself up on the trip mines to progress. It's been a long time, comrade. I have a lot more experience with this fight now after my No Merchant run, so I absolutely blow out Krauser's boy hole in record time.
Why not?
Krauser wasn't ready, I was. Get fucked. Then I sell my knife and use my money to fully upgrade the new knife that I got from Krauser. It just has better damage output. It's not quite as fast swinging or have as much durability, but in this difficulty, I don't really think that's going to matter. Maybe in higher difficulties it would, but it's unassisted, so I don't have to worry about it breaking. Now on 5-4, I have Mike escort me to the end of the level, killing the towers and rocket launching everything in sight. There are a few shots I can avoid here. There's an anti-aircraft gun that stops Mike from shooting enemies and opening the door to progress. You can use heavy grenades and a normal grenade to kill it, skipping having to shoot the turret with a turret. Then I spam flashes and run through the triple turret room. This thing destroyed me. I had to spam so many heals in all of my flashes. My timing was impeccable on that. The next room is similar, but not quite as bad. Nothing would ever be as bad as the Ashley walking section. You know, remove this bullshit, whatever the fuck this is. All that's left after that is the Sadler boss fight, and this one, I was under the impression would be the most difficult. Sadler is tall as hell in this game, so I wasn't going to be able to knife his weak spots like I could in the OG. Fortunately, his little calves can be stabbed, which stuns him really quickly. Then I could hit him in the eyes to do massive damage. I beat him first try, only downing him 2 times. After that is the second phase, which unfortunately is a pure auto-scroller. You're just waiting for Ada to give you the special rocket. This is where the no-shot run truly comes to die. After the special rocket is dropped, there's a timer. And if that timer reaches 0, you die. You can't open your inventory or anything. You have to use the special rocket, and without shooting it, you can't beat the game. That makes 7 shots total. After riding the jet ski, I beat the game. In 4 hours and 40 minutes without shooting any shots. Well, kinda. I shot 7 times total. 6 of those shots are during the minecart section. Things that you have to shoot, or you instantly die in every scripted section. Then, finally, the special rocket that has to be used to beat the final boss. Everything else can be killed with a knife or some grenades. The sections where you have to break objects to break down bridges can all be solved with grenades, and actually sections of Waterhall can be cleared with the grenades as well. In this run, I honestly had no idea about the Salazar Golden Egg strategy, but that would make it even easier. You know, this challenge probably could be done on some of the higher difficulties, and maybe even Pro, but for now, that's enough for me, and I'll maybe try that in the future. Shout out to all my patrons, I appreciate you. I'm going to make some detailed notes about this run available on my Patreon at some point, so you know exactly where and where not to shoot and where to collect all the items. Available for just $3 a month. Remember, the speedrun tournament is happening on the 15th of April. Be sure to be there, on my stream at twitch.tv/waifu. I'm also speedrunning the game there, so, you know, come stop by. Thanks so much for watching, and stay stylish.
We're allowed to climb back up for a reason. Where's the last part of the hive? You know, I'm gonna go do the Krauser fight. And then maybe I'll be able to find it once I go back or something, I don't know. If I don't, well, I'm fucking screwed.
Phew. I'm beat. Makes you appreciate tech like this.
I don't get you. Why risk your life like this? You don't know us.
I told you.
always have some shocking and more casing to shock
Makes me feel better.
generator like off.
Be straight with me for
Not like
once.
that.
I wouldn't have like experimented on, though that like tends to be a part of it. But remember, using gas masks.
See,
And
there
if
you
you
go.
really dislike this,
Helping the two of you
just say
doesn't
go
make
for
up for
that.
it. I know that. But still,
You have more.
I don't want anyone else to get hurt.
You have more problems with it.
In that case, you better get serious.
Harsh words for a squire.
And like I see more people say that the minecart section is more frustrating. I don't really.
Where the hell?
That many people say type microcrafter is that frustrating.
The fresh air is
And
coming
the
on me.
save point on top of.
Gus,
You
we made it all
And
this way.
there's another one
You know it
nearby.
means we're almost.
get these
Oh, and then
What?
the third one's just that one.
the black.
Long time no see, rookie.
Are you being controlled by that cult?
This has nothing to do with them. I'm a free man who made a choice. That all you got. They killed us all. Without honor, without mercy. Only devastating power.
Wow, I am fucking up all my parries. Whatever, I win. Well, technically I don't, but I win.
Enough play, rookie. You haven't changed a damn bit.
You're... You won't get away with this, Krauser.
So nice if there's just a boot knife there, eh? Alright, the extra 10% doesn't really help all that much. Oh, wow, look at this. The sections ahead are rather brutal. I'll need a lot for them. The mines and darts are not one of them, though.
Leon, there's only time.
Well, this is still a loading screen in the end, so. And here we have the last key in the game. I'll hold on to it till the very end and continue thoroughly searching just in case. But as far as I'm aware, there's only that one key I missed back in the village section, which I can no longer get back. So this last key, which is meant for that other treasure that I just got a while back,
Battle on you, mate.
is really no longer necessary.
I interest you in? Easy work. Good as new. Well, pleasant travels.
If I don't buy those, the merchant can stock up to 3 of them. And he gets a new one every chapter. So, yeah. Did I not buy the first aid?
Welcome.
Of
Better
course I'm
to
buying
be
the first
open.
aid. I'll keep it actually. Oh, look at this boot knife.
Well, pleasant travels.
Not murder, I hope. It's not murder, right? Mr. Merchant? Mr. Merchant? It's not for murder, right, Mr. Merchant? Yeah.
Oh, brakes up.
Insect hive. Jewel thief. I can still get jewel thief. No, this one says failed. Does that mean it's too late for me to try to go back and finish it? Man, I'll never be able to finish that mission. I don't know why. Nah, I should still be able to go back, right? Try going back.
That's what he said. That's take down these camouflage ones. Remember, a headshot takes them down really fast. That one just sucker punched me. I'm like, that actually kind of scares me right now, even watching that. I don't know where he came from, but he just sucker punched me like crazy. Yeah, the Novis are always something. They're like Dynamite value. It's always a pleasure to see them again. Hey, you know what? They hit us because they want us to use another yellow herb because they want us to max out our health. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, make sure they're all dead. Another yellow herb here. Oh, I hear another one.
Isn't there like
Yeah, just gotta
another
watch
way
out,
to
dude.
get?
They can be pretty quiet sometimes.
I'm
They'll
pretty
just
sure you could
give
still
you a quick
backtrack.
The big problem is whenever there's multiple of them.
Apparently
and they
not.
can like chain hit you.
God damn it.
And yeah, that would just destroy your health. But with the body armor and our full health, we should be good. Yeah, here I keep watching out behind me because I have had one come
For
up behind me.
spinels, I'm always. It's because the reward count is
Should I
4
just take it down here?
spinels. That's the number. The number's the problem here. 4. 3 would have been
Six more
5.
around here.
5 would have been 5.
Yeah, there you
But
go.
4?
Take him down. Shoot that one and kill this.
Whatever. Let's just pretend I did this, okay?
One on the wall.
Just like that other just like the treasure I missed. So it's 2 requests and 1 treasure as far as I remember, or maybe it is 2. Yeah, I also already shot. What the fuck?
Yeah, the last boss
I
one
swear,
is
I'm gonna look at the recording,
Wandering
and then
Dead.
I'm gonna see it,
So the
and
rest
then
of
I'm
them are
gonna
really
feel like an
good quests.
absolute idiot.
Even more sapphires.
No, apparently there's a green herb in the
There's some
bottom.
magnum ammo there. Shotgun shell.
I can deal with the 2 new requests easily enough at least.
Outplayed. Yeah, we're gonna get
I
our
remember
34
where those
charges
are.
right here.
Yep, there's... Fuck you.
See some Novis out here. Watch out for them too, because they can get a quick hit on you. Yeah, there you go. Watch out for that one. Take that one down. Yeah, this part isn't that
I
bad.
should be able to survive 1
The other
hit.
room with the Novisa Lords is definitely way more chaotic. So we're at 3 hours and 3 minutes.
I don't think I missed that. I think that's like a new
We're gonna
thing.
sell this stuff. Fill this out with roots, because we have just so many of them. And we're gonna
Dealing
be
with the guys
maxing
here
out
is
our knife
easy enough. Worth it too, I'd
because
say.
that helps take down Krauser just insanely fast. Again, we're gonna say
We
this.
have
Yeah, if you
infinite
think about like
ammo.
when the beginning of the
There's
second
no
minecart
such thing
section
as
was
a
this year,
lock. Only
So not that
games.
far back if you like the minecart section. If you just like this part more,
Next.
yeah, definitely stay here.
That's
Here we
why
swing
I
for
brought
Louise.
this.
Yeah, to do the like knife stance to poke him, you know, if you're playing on controller, just, you see like, do the stance where you pull out your knife and just try to poke him down. Give him some poke. Plus it helps carrying be a lot easier. And yeah, if you take a hit, no problem. Give him a kick. Yeah, you
Damn.
definitely want to take advantage of the like distance. See, like, if you kind of play slow, it's a lot better than just trying to overstand him. Just kind of play your distance and poke him bad. Just poke. As you can see, I'm not like spamming him or anything. It's definitely better to just play this safe. And there you go. I mean that fight lasts like a minute. So yeah, make sure you learn the stance. Like where you pull out your knife, that helps not only poke him in the
Thankfully,
head,
none has been
which does the same amount of
transformed.
damage, but also helps carrying be a lot easier. Rest in peace, Louise. Yeah, we have a lot of heals going into that fight. Plus, it's a green herb there and a red herb. Plus, all the like first aid sprays we have in inventory. And yeah, so now we're getting towards the end of the castle. We do have to go back. So here we're gonna get a small key, which is going to
Every little bit of
let
that
us see if we
task
get
does
that
help
one
me
treasure,
now.
which is an ornate beetle back at the like metal gigante
It
area.
would actually be worse for me to get ammo now. At this point
Yeah,
in the
that
game.
one probably is like the most far back. I'm sure you can use
I have
other
3
small
rows.
keys for it,
I'm fine if that slims
but I
down
just
into
use this one
2.
for it.
Or maybe even 1,
Yeah, after
honestly.
castle, like
I could
island
use
is a lot
I could
faster
use
to go
more
through. I mean,
space.
it's the fastest section to get through. But we're also going to be getting the golden egg here, so we can use that against Ramon. And another cool thing, I'm going to show y'all up here again. I thank y'all for teaching me these little things because they really do add into like how much better
I'll
flow
be
the
taking
gameplay
this.
is for me. Oh, it really does mean a lot. Now coming in here, there's gonna be
Ah,
like
there's a knife there.
Gaga
Holy
bugs
shit.
in here. Sometimes you can get all 3 of them with this flashbang. If you don't, it's okay. Just have a shotgun ready because remember, we have so much shotgun ammo. And just throw it in the middle area right here. You can get a free kill on her. And yeah, there you can hear that there's one behind me. So sometimes we'll get all of
His
them.
ancestors,
If not, it's
yes.
okay. Just make sure you watch out behind you.
They were way better people than him.
Yeah, definitely take advantage when they're like non-attached people because once they're attached, like if you try to use a blacktail, that's whenever
That's saying
missiles
something.
don't do that much because if you don't hit their body, the
Let
enemy
the
themselves,
bodies
like you
hit
can
the
even
floor.
shoot off their
Let the
head
bodies
and
hit
they
the
just
floor.
don't take any damage at all. Okay, so the thing I learned here, which I'll do after I get the golden egg here, which, by the way, all you have to do is push this up twice. So yeah, there's a lot of comments where people have said that if you sit on the throne chair, it'll make the egg,
I was
or,
gonna
I'm
talk
sorry, the
about
chicken,
that.
it'll make the chicken lay the egg a lot faster, and that's actually true. So yeah, if you sit down here, let this play out, the chicken, you'll notice that he's sitting down and he'll lay an egg
How
really
much will this
fast.
cost?
Because, I don't know, I think at one time waited
592.
like a couple minutes here, and the chicken just wouldn't lay an egg.
Okay, well
So
this
as you can
one
see,
is
sitting down, he
still
drops
more
that egg, that's
expensive,
awesome.
but
Thank y'all for that.
not bad, honestly.
Okay, use this egg here. Get that request, so that's request number 15. And now we don't have to use the golden egg. And we can save that for Ramon. Yeah, that's very cool.
Oh, I think one of them laid an egg. Hell yeah. Thank you kindly. Boom.
That should do it.
It's been days. I've watched the sun disappear and the blood moon rise. Maybe this game, maybe this is the real world. And all of this real world, that's the game. Maybe it was impossible. The full adder. Maybe I'll never be able to. Oh, wait, just figured it out. Nice. I wasn't really sure if I was going to be able to do it, to be honest with you all. I don't always do Zelda stuff, you know, I've got some content coming in the next couple of weeks, so strap in, leave a like, tell me what you think in the comments, and before the end of this video, I don't know, maybe I feel inclined to subscribe, I don't know. One of the things that I wanted to try out this time around is this glitch called Fuse Entanglement. It's a little tricky, but basically by timing a menu to open right when fusing an object to a shield or weapon, the game thinks that the item is fused, but it's also not. I've seen this used to like remote control stuff, and I thought I could use it to like turn the calculator on and off, but it didn't really work out. It turns out that the glitch is a bit glitchy. It wasn't really back pocket. But while I was in Town, I also had the rod and the sail, and then I headed off to the mountain. Alright, so since the half adder from the last video to all 20 attachments, I knew it was going to take all 20 of my attached brain cells.
Get closer so I can get your loot easier.
Full adder.
Damn it.
So it's better since the auto builds so many objects. Great if it's not attached to at least one thing. So I can't just like lay objects by themselves on the ground if they're made of zonite. They'll at least have to have something attached to them. So I knew it'd be better to have like real materials. Luckily, Mr. Nintendo was nice enough to leave me a little car, so I just drove around the neighborhood threatening to throw a leaf at one of the neighbors and collected all the materials that we needed. Some people mentioned to try using the hydrant and water to carry electricity, but unfortunately water only extends electricity a little bit. It doesn't really work the way I wanted it to, so I just had to scrap that idea. However, there were some other suggestions y'all gave that ended up being crucial later on. You know, I think it's so funny that all that work in the first video can be summed up with this. I mean, it's so simple, so elegant. Now we have this. First full adder that I figured out how to make. I would go further into the construction of this monstrosity, but honestly, it was a very frustrating experience. And this is only V1. But I think this version is the easiest to understand, like, the circuitry, and I think this angle makes the most sense, so I'll explain it from here. In the top row here are the two XOR gates, and on the bottom row, we have the two AND gates with the OR in the bottom left. Power is supplied to the first input, to the transistor XOR gate, and to the carry-in. Input A and B are here, and input C is over
Since
here.
our request is on the way anyway, that key, you really are intended to go all the way back to the
but I think this is what the
castle
circuit
wall
layout
thing section.
basically is. Now,
All the
that
way.
all sounds like gibberish even to me, and I built the damn thing. So I will do my
gotta
best to explain
load the place.
the mathy parts later when I show the final version. And there will also be resources in the description to help understand this stuff better. I had to watch a few videos to understand any of this. What's been cool though about making my learning process public is that I guess it's helped other people understand and learn this stuff too. So it's fun. I am a visual person, so seeing these logic gates in a 3D environment makes so much more sense than all of these numbers and charts and madness. Absolute madness. So this is all very nicely laid out, and it definitely works, but the problem is it requires more attachments than I can afford. So a lot of the components have to be laid out on the floor, which means things often shifted, broke, and flickered a whole lot. I mean, it technically works. It technically works, but it's hard to
Welcome.
Right.
What can I interest you
I
in?
did get the fuse entanglement thing to work, but the power goes off every time you go in.
This is what I'm talking about.
Plus, there are 3 sources of power needed
Well
for this,
done.
and you can only
You've proven
control
yourself
one at a time. So I kind of scrapped that idea.
Oh, I
didn't
get
have
another
the attachments
exclusive
to
upgrade if I wanted to.
Welcome.
I had to be close to power at
what
all
you
times,
like.
which made things more difficult. Again, it technically
What you
works,
see
but
is what I've got.
I don't know.
I wonder.
I don't know. It's just not good enough.
What's the exclusive upgrade of this thing?
Hours on
I
this
wonder.
thing. I was ready to be done with it, but
Will that be a
straight
suit yourself, stranger?
I mop to deliver such shoddy craftsmanship. I did what I always do. I went to the comment section to siphon ideas off of y'all, like that rich dude is doing to his child's blood. And I came across this comment from Safer Projects where he mentions an object in the overworld that can provide permanent power. Now I thought this might be useful, since I wouldn't have to stay close to shock emitters or worry about battery life. So he gave me the name and the assassination coordinates of an electric generator, and I popped on Floria River Upstream Excavation Cave to check out. There it is.
There are a few other people around here I can kill, I'm pretty sure.
This place existed. I mean, this room is a little rocky, but it's mostly round. The generator is huge.
Yeah.
Plus, this room comes with this metal cube that breaks like dynamite out. And yes, like the roots but I was actually excited about that, since that means I can just stake things directly to the ceiling
they're not worth
instead
it.
of having to build scaffolding. So I got to building. And in order to save on parts, I wanted to build an adder that didn't need power to be supplied to the X4 gate.
Let's just finish this.
Like looking at V1 from the top again, electricity has to be supplied not only to the inputs, but also to the middle XOR gate here, in order for the transistor to pass the signal through. Ideally, I wanted an XOR gate that is made of all transistors, but somehow sends signal through the transistor itself. So I thought, time to bust out the sail, which people also mentioned in the comments of the last video. This thing is cool because it catches the wind and actually has some like wacky things. There's definitely some use to this thing, because the way it works is the wind will spin it so that one side always faces away. But if two fans are perpendicular, the wind has like an added property. So
Yeah, the loading's definitely a problem.
Super cool! The only problem is that the sail will stay in whatever position it was last in when it was turned off. It doesn't like return to a set off position, which is needed for the XOR gate that I have already designed. And then the sail will act completely differently if you have it on its side or upside down, like especially if you have something attached to it. What is even going on? I spent another 6 hours trying
Got
to
a select.
compact
Good
XOR gate
luck to you, stranger.
sail, or maybe one that carries power through it, like the annual XOR gate does. And I just couldn't
Don't get
get it
yourself
to
killed
in
now.
space. And there wasn't enough room for all the fans like I had in the first version. I mean, it's essentially the same
Let's
build
do
as
this.
the first one, but I thought it looked way cooler. But by this time, I was like, yeah, Zonite, and I didn't get to finish it. And none of this stuff saves, so if I come back...
Everything I have is going to be used here.
And I feel like...
There's the clock.
Or just the
At
cannon.
this point,
Hang in
probably
there,
going to have to use the machine. Great value for that, but I went back to my the comment section, and to my delight, Zephyr Projects mentioned another power source. This one is located right on Depot Dex, which is perfect because that is located right next to Tobia's Hollow
I'm
Castle.
using the increased capacity route, right?
Grinding. And after I was done with all of that, I flew on over to see what the hubbub was all about, and holy shit! This place is huge! You guys imagine a calculator I can make in here? Wasn't for the build limit! I want to do like an emulator and mods and that whole thing, and I might do that like on stream sometime, but I don't know. We all know Mr. Nintendo browse the web and is on site.
You are nothing,
So,
if not unusual.
you know, I'm not sure if I want to risk the cheat yet, but it is. But anyway, back to the the only bummer is that the size is too high. But the two basics of the build are pretty much the same. But now the wobbly bit can just be on next to the pillar, where there's also plenty of room for the other switches that need power. What I ended up needing to put up there is the second damn gate. The fourth gate is literally just this block, because the fourth gate is literally two things touching one. So this block will be not only our war gate, but also our third outlet.
I can do this in one go.
The end gate
Let's
up
go
there
for
is
it.
actually the end of this video. It works well. The fan is pointing about it.
What the baba?
It's at a 45 degree angle. That's much. I can stay
Ah.
I want it there to be as little flickering as possible.
If possible, has 3 shots before it needs reloading.
Quite happy about that. The mistake I had was that when
That
you
is
put C
wrong.
on,
Crossbows can only hold one period.
one.
The things that have reloads are usually very
But I
bulky
could tell that this was going to be so, about
and
20,
heavy
about 45 on
and
that.
unwieldy and impractical
While the
and
hot
just
part, I realized that if I
just
offset
not
the power
good.
to the side, I can have it standing on the power and high, which makes it more reliant on power. It also gives it more stability. It's output. After many hours tinkering, I finally landed on a few iterations and discoveries. Most notably sticking the fan directly to the inputs, which is working. As well as handling a fan. Notice that it's a small piece. It's much better than swimming, just where you're getting liquid. So I realized that while the fan pushes on the screen just a little bit, that's all you need to break work. So I also used to export it to the backside of to put back in place. That's just so it matches the machine. Really, it's the same as the adaptive machine. So the skeleton machine switches to the hand and sends the power up to the board game. In this episode, you can see that for the fan is directly attached to the frame of the spring. The frequency is attached to the boinky part of the spring. So the fan extends outward and feeds off. When the center bit is blown to either side, it hits one or two cubes, which are connected by a pole. The middle wobbly grid is the break, which, like before, gives it stability and power, and is the flickering. In truth. So let's bring out the team. Whoa, don't stay in the numbers, Mark. Don't stay in the numbers, they are chip. Just explain a little, okay? So get over on when adding
Really know how
numbers,
to make someone feel welcome.
now, there's no more single digit numbers, right? So you have to do 1 and not 0. That's like 10. So that's because we use a base 10 system. Again, binary is 2 system. So adding numbers into 2, you have to carry 1 and add in place that is 0. So that's why 2 represents 1 and 0 is 10. So for adding to 3, since 1, 0 is 2, there is a 0 first to place. So at 1, that first 0 returns to 1. So 1, 1 is 3. But in order to get to 4, you need to be able to represent a digit place. Because adding a 1 to 1, 1 would give you 1, 2, which means you have to carry the 1 to make 2, 0, which means you have to carry again to 1, 0, 0, which is this is represented physically with the logic gates, inputs, and outputs. So in order to add 4, you
right.
need another input output. Again, I probably made it even to check out the additional educational resources in the description for much better explanations. And I know this looks like a big old mess, so what I'll do is put some labels and inputs and outputs to better keep track of everything. Alright, all aboard the top. All the inputs are off, the outputs are off. And we're off to the next one. Okay, let's hit input C, which is 0 plus 0 plus 1. So the output should be 0, 1. Okay, off with C and on with B. Still be
That's
1.
a guaranteed greener.
Okay, now let's turn C back on. So that means it's 0 plus 1 plus 1, which is 2. So 1, 0 in binary. Beautiful, baby. Okay, now let's turn both of those off and give input A in the mix alone. So that's 0. So that's 1 plus 0 plus 0, which is 1.
Apparently, if
okay,
you
perfect. So let's add C2.
throw in
so
a
we have 1 plus 0
rock,
which is 2.
and then you activate this,
Turn C off.
the ball will kill Gloria.
So it should still be 1, 0.
Nope. It's possible, I just... Fuck. The shotgun. Ah.
Let's go! You're not as excited about it.
Shit! Need to drop some weight.
Go watch this movie. It's a long time. Okay? This is a long time ago. That's sexy. Arguing too. Come on. Look at that thing. Listen, that's a lot of and trying to make this full hour was
Wow, you was gonna try zacking me.
calculators of war. Hey,
There's another guy.
And I encourage y'all to see if you can get a four-digit acrobat. I don't know if it'll be possible, but it might be.
Shit.
I haven't played the game. Crazy. I barely played it. I'm gonna have to play it all the time. Well, if you're asking me, I have less than 100 subscribers. So that's why I think it's about it's not just to see. Plus, learning about logic things, but it's also developers created physics systems, object interaction, electricity, which is all just code, right? Ones and zeros. That's all really on a system that's made up of like physical chips, billions of actual transistors, plugging away ones and zeros. And all of that is happening. Billions, maybe trillions of physical and digital switches being flipped on and on and on and on, just so I can make this and add it to it's like when SpongeBob drew a masterpiece just so he could erase it to a circle. Wonderfully chaotic. Speaking of the Spongy Boy,
Look at this little guy.
he is the topic of my next video. So if you like media and social commentary, or just like looking at my students, stick around, subscribe, ring the bell, and I will catch you next time.
I'll shoot these guys. I'll shoot these ladies off.
All right.
Wow, low poly. Well, it wasn't actually low poly, it's more low pixel. Jesus, that I'm hearing. It's coming from above. You know what? I'll go sell a red, green, yellow combo. Why not? I'm feeling spicy.
Welcome. What can I interest you in? Easy work.
Ah, right, fuck.
Welcome. Stranger, ooh, come back. Any
I'll sell
welcome.
that boot knife.
Ooh, what you buying? Well, don't.
Oops, almost accidentally pressed Alt out of instinct.
Get yourself killed now.
Let's fucking go.
Gun runs with fun.
And so, I have delivered the girl to you as promised.
I'll go beat them on and end it there when the chapter ends.
Loyalty of his servant, Ramon. You are nothing but an extra so don't get too carried away. You'll be just over.
Leave me out of your crappy script.
Why don't you show me what a first-class crew is like? Do your own action.
Watch your language, my lord.
I didn't need the egg.
Such a big point in Pokemon, it's also nice to know what the Pokemon is going to look like when it has evolved. Like how Digimon can change their look briefly and then revert to a base form. With Jacob switching how they look so often, I don't recognize the creature by its name, I only recognize it by its function. I think, oh, that's my blocker, that's my fire magic attacker, that's my waterproof sweep. It becomes more about the use of the
I guess I'll just sell the gold chicken egg. Epic.
Ashley, no time to lose.
Find the new creature, Omar, the defensive turtle. I wonder if there's a best creature in the game. So when Google it, and not best technical level up stat matrix that's maxed in a certain direction, and then just keep leveling that creature entirely through combat. And since merging gives experience, it is possible to get a super high level creature without it ever seen. And I say super high level, not maxed, because I finished the game with a squad of level 25 creatures. While the game essentially has no max level, it's physically impossible to reach higher than level 52 through combat alone. This is because of the super strange way the game gives experience. So let's
Browser.
Instead of increasing the
Where do you think you're taking her?
levels, either for mod or monsters, it instead decreases the experience given based on a formula, taking into account what creature level and the level of the creature you defeated. It works like this. The bot and any creature will always require exactly 67,108,864 experience to reach the next level from wherever they are. And defeating or capturing an enemy of equal level will always give exactly that amount. But for every one level difference, experience given is halved from the previous. What this means is you only need to halve 67,108,864 26 times to reach a number smaller than 1. And when the game gives experience, it rounds down. This means if you fight an enemy 6 levels lower than you,
I want to kill the rat.
no experience for beating. Although to reach level 52 from 51,
Also, how mean, you know? Having this section after the horribleness that is Ramon's boss fight.
42.5 years of soft game. So we can all just agree that level 26 is effectively soft gap, 30 show. You can of course level by reaching 2 creatures of the same level to level up, combining 2 level 26 creatures, make a level 27 creature, then combine 2.
Another one here, yep.
Unskippable merging animation, it can still take years of content. So I capture early turtles, return to the village, towards them all together through semi-circles. Mega Turtle, a solid defensive turtle. You can throw the water dragon and the turtle together to make a dragon turtle. How about an armored flying dragon turtle? My Frankenstein dream indulged. I in fact wanted to test out my new dragon turtle and
There's a blue flame here.
foot. It's a stomp style.
It shows that they can't get past.
Won't have to swim after all.
Very specific consumable items that you then only buy a tiny amount, so the bond is not your tank. This means despite how time consuming it is to summon a creature every single battle, so the bond always starts out, it is better to do that every one.
Leon
This also means that the bond
rides a cart boat, expecting the key would just be left there by whoever parked it. The gall of Leon, honestly.
combat styles in Pikachu, or at least not in Pikachu. I think one of the reasons Pokemon is so successful is that the names tell you it out of one way or the other. E-Drill is a bee. Drill hands. Magnemite Knight is a magnet. Pidgey is a pigeon. It doesn't work with every Pokemon, but the majority are self-descriptive. None of the Jaycocoon enemies have that advantage. For example, if I said, what does a doggle chew look like? You might be thinking of a dog. Well, no. It's like a walking fish with large hands and a spiked head. What about old? That's this thing here. And Radmine. That is this snake with a spiked face. We finish this fight and rank Levant up to Adept. These ranks affect the chances of capturing higher level creatures, shown by the table on the screen. You also know how level 40 is called Developer.
I'm gonna go to the merchant.
Get to a spiral cave and press this button which opens the door on the far side.
Oh yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, I've already purchased the treasure map.
Then find my way all the way back to the cave, which is difficult because I do not remember the way and get very lost. But in this game, I find the secret of killing the town. It sounds extremely ominous, however you can't read it because it and it's up. Nerdman Kikinak appears, takes it back off us, and flies by. Although glitched, there are actually a few frames where you can feel it to return to camp to tap it. However, it has no use. We chase after Kikinak and Odd, new enemy. This guy's green.
I definitely prefer this over the original stupid ass life puzzle.
Creatures as you advance through the game. So if you want to be a completionist, capture everything as you go. Meet another creature outside of the forest and make sure work with them in a battle, and then you can go lava key. Maybe this works on the locked door from earlier. I'll suggest how to get back. Open the door into the temple and it's a snowy field. Or are the flowers just all breathing at once? Well, inside the temple you find a Kikinak. Nothing too special here. Despite the grave digger's advice of to fire, kill Kikinak just as easily. Any element. Defeat Kikinak and... Yeah, I know this voice. That's Darren Norris. He voiced Cosmo in the Fairly Odd Parents.
Wow! You are so powerful! Calabash? Oh, you mean this powder? My friend Yamu from the Spider Forest gave it to me.
I have some new goods that might...
He doesn't have much. He usually gets it from Yamu in the Spider Forest, but he gives us what he has and the key to the Spider Forest, and then an Ocarina, which is a more powerful capture from back in the little group than Yamu is a fallen
You know, I'm gonna go sell some of my ammo.
Extremely metaphysical with dimensions and spirit worlds and darkness inside of us here. But more importantly, I consider smashing my defense turtle.
Welcome. I got something new for you.
This we set off to the Spider Forest in search of Yamu.
Yeah, I can sell the cubic device
Do
now.
you much good in the grave.
That is never a reason. So Jaycocoon feels like
Got
two
us.
games matched together running simultaneously. The mechanics
Yeah,
match
yeah.
not just
Welcome.
battler, which is great,
It's all good, it's all
and the
good.
very personal and emotional story of a real living world suffering.
Ruby's all rubbish, it makes no difference. The price, well, that's our choice to make.
Twine together. Mamu explains that every time she purifies out captured fireflies into these creatures or emerges them, it causes her immense physical and emotional pain, and she's beginning to resent the lifestyle she has, but is trying to compensate us personally, separating the responsibility from the person, which is rather ridiculous. She's basically upset about the
Came into some other bits and bobs too, mate.
it's not our fault. So Jaycocoon does
What you buy don't always have this in stock, stranger. Will that be all then? Come.
In-game stuff that you see the impact that this emotional turmoil is having on anyone. It's always a really deep conversation, and then you go back to doing exactly what you're doing before, no difference. It's like Jaycocoon wants you to feel the weight and pressure of its world, the trials and tribulations of those suffering within it, but doesn't want to impact the gameplay in any way. So those emotional struggles never affect your mechanic, and as the mechanics are the fun bit, it's kind of hard to care. It's not a bad plot idea, it's
Any
just
welcome.
gameplay in a noticeable way. Off to the Spider
Better to
Forest
be
now.
over.
So now 7, and eventually we meet Yami, a cute little fuzzball. Yami asks us for
Don't get yourself killed now.
Explains Yamu is his big brother, and honestly I was kind of hoping for more than just information, but I'll take it. I find Norwich Tablet 5, which explains petrification.
There's no crack bonus for flash grenades and stuff.
Effect is applied to either Levant or a minion every time will slowly provide more until they just die, and also lose speed and attack power while this is happening. I then kill this little dragon, and it drops a sword, the Dragon Crest sword. And this is the weapon, so I look it up, and yeah, turns out this is the most powerful weapon in the game. Okay, speedrun strats right here. Just get the drop. It's easy. So I equip Levant and I try it out, and this sword one hit kills almost anything, but has million accuracy, so it's a risk to use, but extremely powerful. Another blocked door, but you know what? With my Dragon Crest sword, I'm not even worried. You know, it's a real shame that killing monsters with Levant doesn't actually give anything, because I can just power level right now. Fight through the forest, and by now I'm noticing that while each section of the forest does look slightly different, they don't feel different to really justify them in unique areas. Colour palette is mostly the same, camera angles, layout, types of flora and fauna. If you showed me random screenshots of each forest, you'd really be able to tell them apart, not any noticeable. Eventually I run into Yamu and they want a minion fang, which is a key item I don't yet have, so they run off and I keep searching. I then find a spider item, which is a forest-specific item which allows you to use the teleportation pedestals that we've been seeing dotted around the place. So I guess I just missed the warp items in the previous forests. Eventually find the minion fang Yamu wanted and run into Toto Yamu, who asks for the Tears of Reese, which is the ring Apple gave us back at the start to symbolise our relationship. And yeah, I do feel slightly bad giving this across, but we need the Calabash herb to cure the village, so I assume my wife will understand and I hand it over. They give us a very small amount of Calabash and say if we want to know the location to where it grows, we must bring better treasure. So I report back to the village, and here's where the plot gets weird. Jibara, the politically aggressive one, says if you know the location of the Calabash, it must be at the base of the divine tree. The Yamu spirit has been tasked with defending the divine tree, and all the monsters are linked to the divine tree. So we could actually prevent a future attack if we imprison the divine tree itself. So we are now tasked with not only finding Calabash, but finding the divine tree to make it linked to, and using a magical MacGuffin to imprison the tree's spiritual essence. We've also discovered that Jibara's ancestors were responsible for splitting the divine forest into 4 sections, and this will ensure the continued safety of humanity. To do this, we are given champion belt, a shiny resting belt,
I can't bring the bias up, let's go.
Trade, and a capture amulet which can imprison the essence of the divine tree. However, wise woman Karai doesn't trust Jibara. I mean, yeah, she's just asked us to arrest a tree. I'm not talking about this plan either. However, we do still need more Calabash herb to cure the stink curse, so back in we go. Abu is also a tad upset that we traded her gifted ring, but understands that we did do it to save the village. I make a quick detour to Blacksmith's to pick up some better armor, and then journey back to Spider Forest to seek out Yamu again, and made us rad mole, like a beetle, and not a radioactive mole. It was right there in the name that he dropped the ball. Eventually we hunt down Yamu again, hand over the belt, and he gives us the ring back, saying it glows when we wear it, but it didn't glow for him, so it's clearly not super special magic or something. Yeah, the new treasure here agrees to open the door to the divine tree, but he can't take us directly there.
Live with this. No.
Protect the tree, so this is like, it's accessible, but still different. The previously locked door is now a magical portal and sends us to the roots of the divine tree, filled with these super cool looking creatures. Using these emerges is great because it totally messes up the results. Very Lovecrafty. Finally, we find the divine tree and use the magical amulet to imprison its essence. Hopefully, we also found the source of enough Calabash to save the village, so we head back. But twist time. It seems Jibara has imprisoned old woman Garai, and it's revealed that Garai is actually the reincarnation of Azura, the goddess of death, and has been guiding events to reconcile the waking and the dreaming world. World of light and world of darkness, they have come to purify this land from the beasts of knowledge, which happen to be humans, so then everyone gets turned to stone. But I have no idea who's good or bad anymore. I just want to battle cool looking creatures together, so let's just go together.
Alright, I'm done. I'm gonna go to sleep now.